What is going on, everybody? Happy Tuesday. Hope you're having a great week so far. Fun weekend this past weekend in the world of sports. Just to go through a quick weekend sports rundown, starting in the world of college football. Number 1, Clemson completely obliterates number 7 Miami Hurricanes 42-17, a game that a lot of people thought would be closer, hoped would be closer. De'Aaron King looks like the real deal for Miami, but I think Clemson is just way too much for every other team in the league, so at least in the ACC, that is. But number 2, Alabama 63, Ole Miss 48. Ole Miss hung in there pretty much all the way through up until the fourth quarter, thought that they were going to scare Alabama, which they did. Lane Kiffin showing that he has learned plenty in his coaching career after coaching with Nick Saban at Alabama. Alabama survives Ole Miss. Number 4, Florida upset by number 21, Texas A&M 41-38. Texas A&M first top 5 victory at home since 2002, and Jimbo Fisher now 8-1 all-time against Florida. Number 22, LSU goes down 45-41 to Missouri, and Tennessee loses 44-21 versus number 3, Georgia. Georgia pulled away there in the second half, close game at halftime, but Georgia flexed their defensive muscle in the second half to pull away from Tennessee. Most controversial game of the weekend came in the SEC as well. Number 13, Auburn versus Arkansas. Auburn ended up winning 30-28 after the refs seemed to botch a call with only 30 seconds to go in what looked like Arkansas recovered an accidental fumble by Auburn quarterback Bo Nix, but the ball was awarded to Auburn. Daniel Carlson stepped out and kicked the game-winning field goal for the Auburn Tigers. In the Big 12, Oklahoma 53, Texas 45 in 4 overtimes. Why does it always seem to be Big 12 games have exciting overtime finishes? That's just the case. And in the American Conference, ECU downs South Florida 44-24, a 20-point loss for South Florida. Not looking good for the Bulls. In the NFL on Sunday, the Panthers win 23-16 over the Falcons. Falcons starting 0-5, an unbelievable fall from grace for them with the players like Todd Gurley, Calvin Ridley, Julio Jones, Matt Ryan, so many good players, and Dan Quinn, Thomas Dimitroff are out of their front office, which is pretty amazing to me that they were in the Super Bowl only a few years ago, and their jobs are gone before Doug Marone's or Dave Caldwell's. Just my opinion there. Raiders upset the Chiefs 42-32, Steelers 38, Eagles 29. First time the Steelers start 4-0 since 1979. First time under the Mike Tomlin, Big Ben era there. Claypool with 4 touchdowns, first rookie to do that in NFL history. Pretty impressive. Texans pull away from the Jaguars in the second half. Be on the lookout for episode 50. We are recording that later on today, episode 50, NFL Week 6 preview. The Texans pull away 30-14 over the lowly 1-4 Jaguars. Dolphins upset the 49ers big time, and I mean big time, 43-17. The Dolphins are clicking, and Fitzmagic looked amazing. Garoppolo did not. We had the Cowboys lose Dak Prescott, but win against the Giants 37-34. Prayers up for Dak Prescott and his recovery. Browns showed to be the premium surprise team. The 32-23 victory versus the Colts puts them at 4-1, one of their best starts in the last 20 years. Is it Baker Mayfield or is it the rest of the team? Still to be determined. Seahawks and Russell Wilson lead a come-from-behind victory 27-26 over the Vikings. Vikings at one point up by 13 points in that game. Ended up blowing that lead to Russell Wilson, which a lot of teams seem to do. 30 come-from-behind victories for Russell Wilson. 30 comeback drives in the fourth quarter or overtime, most in the NFL since the start of his career. Saints come back from 17 down against the Chargers on Monday Night Football, 30-27 in overtime. Badgley missed a 51-yard field goal that would have won the game for the Chargers in regulation. On Sunday night, the Lakers win Game 6 of the NBA Finals, 106-93 over the Miami Heat, the Cinderella team, but they have a lot to be excited about in Miami. A great core of young talent there. The 17th championship for the Los Angeles Lakers, obviously a great sign with Kobe Bryant's passing in February. Fantastic for the Lakers to get the championship for Kobe Bryant's legacy there. I know it was an emotional scene on the court after that victory. Anthony Davis played amazing defense, but LeBron James takes home the finals MVP in that one. In baseball, the Rays win on Sunday 2-1 over the Astros, and then also 4-2 on Monday to take a 2-0 commanding lead of the ALCS over the Astros. Astros had bases loaded, no outs in the top of the ninth, game 2, and were not able to get more than one run out of it. So 4-2 to the Rays, 2-0 in the ALCS. And the Braves take game 1, 5-1 over the Dodgers in the NLCS. Close game up until the ninth. A 4-run top of the ninth for the Braves is what did it including an RBI from Ozuna and home run from Austin Riley. In golf, exciting finish in golf out in Las Vegas at TPC Summerlin. Martin Laird coming out victorious in the second playoff hole over Americans Austin Cook and Matthew Wolff. But what more can you ask for in that type of tournament? You want an exciting ending, and that's exactly what you got. All guys shot in the 60s, all 4 rounds. A very fun finish there in Vegas. Bryson DeChambeau finished tied for 8th at 18 under. In tennis, French Open all the way across the pond. Rafael Nadal gets his 13th French Open title, 6th in straight sets. He has never gone to 5th set in the finals in his French Open career, and he is 102 all-time in the French Open. Needless to say, he is the king of clay. In the F1 world, early Sunday morning, Eiffel Grand Prix, we had Lewis Hamilton, the favorite, the dominant driver, one of the most dominant athletes in any sport of his time, wins the Eiffel Grand Prix. We had Max Verstappen in second, and Daniel Ricciardo podium for the first time in 2 years. Daniel Ricciardo on the podium, finished third for the first time in 2 years. Carlos Sainz, the Spaniard, in fifth, and my guy Antonio Giovinazzi finishing 10th. Was nice to see him with a top 10 there. In the world of NASCAR, up in Charlotte at the Roval, Chase Elliott dominates the Roval, gets his victory there in the Cup Series playoffs. Joey Logano in second. Young gun Eric Jones in third. Old guy Kurt Busch in fourth after winning in Las Vegas a week ago. And Ryan Blaney rounding out the top 5. New Jersey Club member Martin Truex in 7th. Retired man Clint Boyer finishes 10th. And Kevin Harvick, the Busch Light driver, finishes 11th. But that's all in the world of sports from this past weekend. As you can see behind me now, the Masters are coming up in November. My body's already tingling. I'm extremely excited to see what's going to happen. A lot of more fun sports coming up this weekend. Be on the lookout Thursday for our NFL Week 6 preview, and Saturday morning, Feel the Fern with Fernando Rebel, Saturday mornings around 10 a.m. That will be released on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. Until next time, fans, take care. Thanks.
How can I be the man when you're the man? How can I be the man when you're the man? How can I be the man when you're the man?